standing in the spot, doing my damnedest to drag progressivism into diverse area by bringing on people like Killer Mike, Dr. Sandy Darity, actor director Bill Duke.
There is a hierarchy, the brown paper bag test,
Yes.
that you know about.
Yes, sir.
You know that in the 40s and 50s in black churches, in the 30s, you know that there was a brown paper bag on the church door on Sunday. If you put your hand on that bag, it was darker than the bag, you could not go into that black church.
This is the black church.
Black. Does that tell you something?
Yeah. It tells you we're fucked up. That's what it tells you. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. Bringing in these different people. I've been doing my best to try to shed light. Doing my best to try to make us more diverse in order to garner the type of power we will need if we ever really want to win a freaking election. With that in mind, folks, I bring you Ice Cube. Now, Ice Cube, he's got this initiative. It's called a manifesto. I call it a manifesto. He calls it a contract with Black America. Okay? That's what Ice Cube has. And what it is, you go to his website. Go to his website, contractwithblackamerica.us. Go to his website. Find out about what Ice Cube is presenting. And I want to make this very clear, guys. I want to make this very clear. Because this is what happens. Whenever somebody comes up with an idea and tries to push conversation forward, people have negative things to say. They're not actually doing anything on their side. No, they're not actually. The activists, they don't complain. Activists know that all help helps. That's why it's called help. Everyone leaning in helps. Okay, so activists never complain. But those not doing anything always are the most staunchest critics are those who don't do. So Ice Cube's contract with Black America, not America, Black America is unapologetically about black people. But it's a conversation starter. He wants to start the dialogue. He's offering suggestions of what he feels need to be the prescription for writing the past and moving forward and elevating black folks. He's got 13, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 13 different pillars, I would call. So in these pillars, I'm just gonna name a couple of them. He wants a bill to guarantee black opportunity and representation, adopt a plan of neo-reconstruction to redress past wrongs systemically imposed on black Americans economically throughout many generations that has resulted in a wealth gap. He wants to tackle the wealth gap. Then he goes on to list the facts that we've had, and the same facts that Dr. Sandy Darity went over when he came on my show. Did me the honor, Dr. Sandy Darity, of detailing that for every dollar a black family has, every dollar a white family has, black family has about 10 cents. This is not an accident. When you see black people struggling like a mofo, it's not an accident. Your country did that. It was mandated. It was policy of your country. It wasn't because somebody didn't work hard enough. Darn it, he just didn't put forth enough effort. He didn't care about his community. No, it's none of those reasons. Okay? So number two, he's looking at bank lending reform. Coupled with the issue concerning black wealth is that we know that most wealth in America work by families. If you're not a corporation, and you're not selling goods in China, and you don't have a sweatshop in India, right, or Bangladesh, if you're just a working person, most of your wealth, typically wealth is established through home ownership. So what would happen if you were of a class that were denied home loans? Generation after 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 generation. You tired of me saying it? I'm tired of us living it. Hell, if you are owned, you own nothing. How can an owned person own something? So, Ice Cube's manifesto attempts to address that. Last but not least, let me pick something else here. Police Reform Act. Here we go. Police reforms will be implemented in an expansive act that will, at a minimum, include elimination of qualified immunity. Oh my God, all of a sudden, cops just can't blow your brains out and be like, okay, let's go get some donuts, take a couple of days off while we make up a story for why we were afraid and shot the woman in her bed. Then we have to actually be held accountable for what we do. Requirement of mandatory malpractice insurance for police officers. Stop making cities pay for stupid-ass, trigger-happy, bigoted race soldiers or whatever. Stop making cities have to pay for it and make these cops pay for it when they murder someone like they did Freddie Gray in Baltimore. Make those cops pay for it. Yeah. Bet you, hey, people are a lot more careful when it's their family inheritance that's on the line. Oh, yeah, all of a sudden, maybe I should give him a couple more seconds to make sure he's really a bad guy. All of a sudden, there's 4 cops and one cop shoots 20 times. All of a sudden, that cop that shoots 20 times kind of hesitates shooting 20 times when it'll be his personal money that he wants to give his kids that's going to have to pay for it if it's a wrongful shoot. See, these are just some of the things that Ice Cube is looking at. Ice Cube did not sponsor this video, but we are waiting because we did reach out to Ice Cube to bring Ice Cube on this show because I am the only progressive independent media, black independent media, the largest black independent media on the left. And I am trying to stand in the gap and bring the new culture, the hip-hop culture in with progressive. It's too much focus on we need to stop. Yeah, we need to stop wars. Do you realize that people feel like they're at war in their cities, in their states, in their neighborhoods? You understand that? Okay, so we need to have that conversation too. That needs to be part of it. And it does not need to be hamstrung by just a couple of elites who go on cable news. We need to do this at a grassroots level, independent media, only Johnson. So, Ice Cube, someone get this message to Ice Cube. I want to hear you out, brother. I want to have this conversation with you on independent black-owned media. I'm sure you support that. Let's do it. Shout out to you. Big fan. Love to talk to you. Let's do it. Hit me up, Johnson. All right, now...